Hi, it's Bronwyn from Wisdom of the Sage. We have full moon in Leo on the 12th of February. It will be our second full moon for 2005, and it's in the lovable, courageous, and self seeking sign of Leo, where the full moon will shine a light on Leo themes such as how are you the star of your own show? Where can you provide courage and protection to others with that Leo lion heart? Where can you bring, or how can you bring more creativity and fun into your life? And of course, Leo is the sign of the lovers as well. So, definitely that Leo fifth house rules lovers. So now full moons are much more powerful when they're transiting a planet in your natal chart. And this full moon will be sitting at 24 degrees of Leo. If you have any planets in your natal chart that are within a degree or two of 24 degrees that form an aspect with 24 degrees of Leo, or even is at 24 degrees of Leo, that's really powerful, then you may have started feeling this full moon up to 4 weeks ago, and you'll continue for another 4 weeks. It'll be quite significant for you. And any transits with other planets, as I said, sitting within 24 degrees, plus or minus a couple of degrees, will also be triggered by this full moon. So, what would you expect to feel? Well, with any moon, the themes are feminine, and they're often hidden, and they're brought home to you to view and work with. Now, when I say feminine, I'm talking about divine feminine, and it generally pulls in things like mother wisdom, emotions, and all that undercover that's not always at the surface. It's not ego based. Now, a Leo full moon, the themes that it will bring to you, as I mentioned before, could be things like where are you centre stage in your life, or where are you not centre stage and you should be centre stage in your life. Children is another theme, and as I mentioned before, so are lovers, and of course creativity and just having fun. Sports as well sit here. Of course, what house your Leo is sitting in will put a flavour to these themes as well. And lastly, the planet that's being aspected. For example, let me pull this together for you. I have Neptune at 22 degrees of Scorpio in the third house, and that will square to the Leo full moon at 24 degrees, and that will be in my 12th house. It's a bit wide, but a 2 degree orb, it's still influential. So let's break this down a bit. I could expect to have feelings come up around where I feel unseen. Leo's sitting in the 12th for me, as Leo prefers the center stage. And the square to the third house may indicate it has something to do with communication. So it's about how I'm not being heard or seen. And Scorpio Neptune, it could show where I'm being taken for granted, where I feel buried or in the dark altogether. So, that's one example. As it's a square, it indicates a difficult transit for me. And I would have started feeling this 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, as in the lead up to this moon, and it will continue for another month. So during that time, because I know this, I would know that it's not a good time for me to try to pitch something or sell something, because there's something happening here with my communication. It's emotions. I'm not being seen. I'm not being heard. But if work asks you to do that, then you have no choice. But you can allow for it. I can include that in my planning and my preparation. And this is where astrology can be so super helpful for you, where you just need that extra boost. Of course, if you don't have a planet that's transiting, then a full moon will be felt for you up to a couple of days before and a couple of days after in a similar manner. It's just not as powerful, but it'll depend on where or what house Leo is sitting for you. So, which house the moon will be transiting, or what sun or rising sign you are. And I'm going to take you through that now, so we can go through each sign. It could be rising sign or house. I'm also going to pull a tarot card as I go through each sign as well, just sort of to back up that reading for you. So if you're a Leo, and that can be rising or Leo sun sign, or you have Leo in your first house, then you may be seeking validation during this full moon. And therefore, you may be quite needy to those that are around you in doing so. This full moon is a good opportunity to look within to seek that self validation and question why you are seeking external validation just for being you. So let's see what Tarot's got to say. I'm using my Art Nouveau tarot deck. It's beautiful big cards, beautiful big pictures here. And we have the Eight of Cups. So this is something, the Eight of Cups is really an apt card. You can see someone here leaving behind fulfillment here to move up into the mountains. It's really almost like the Hermit card in tarot, or the precursor for it. So what I'm feeling really for you, Leo, here is that it would be a really beneficial time, this full moon, for you to look within for that validation and understand um, why your internal validation or what you need from yourself to make you feel validated. So that's that. Now, Virgo, let's move to you. So if you're a Virgo rising, you're a Virgo sun sign, or you have Leo in your 12th house. So Virgos, you may be feeling like withdrawing and needing some time to be alone during this full moon. You may feel shaky and a bit unsure of yourself, and socializing will not be on your agenda these couple of days. However, it is a great time to commune with the divine through creative pursuits, as you'll be able to find connection this way. I think creative pursuits can be almost like meditation, and they definitely bring you into the present moment, and that is something that would be very good for you during this full moon. So let's see what tarot card we've got here for you, and it's the World. So this is around really creating some flow. So when you're in that flow, you're not concerned with the problems that may have been occupying your mind. So any creative pursuit that might be repetitive, that might be, it could be simple as doing a jigsaw puzzle, just something that takes up that room in your mind and allows flows when that time just goes past, and you look up and 2 hours have flown by and it feels like 5 minutes. So that's the sort of creative pursuit that you want to try and make time for during this full moon. Now, if you're a Libra rising, a Libra sun, or Leo is sitting in your 11th house, then you may be feeling particularly protective towards your friends or a friend who is in need right now, Leo. And that Leo influence may have you stepping up or defending friends or a cause. You may also find yourself contemplating your dreams and goals and looking at how you can weave some creative goal or time for just fun to happen. So let's have a look at what Tarot's got for you, Libra. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel this is very much towards your goals and dreams, and what you're searching for. We generally have some goals or hopes and wishes that we're achieving, or that we're working to achieve, I should say. But you will be asked during this full moon to just make sure it's not all about the money, or all about the success, or what success actually is for you, how you feel fulfilled. Make sure that you've got something in that goal that will give you fun and fulfillment. So that's what I'd say there. Now, Scorpio. If you're a Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun sign, or Leo is in your 10th house, then watch out for public emotional outbursts over these couple of days. Scorpio, with a fiery Leo influence, the outbursts will be quick and bright. Otherwise, you may feel tested by your local or your public image. Be careful to not cross the line between professional and personal at work, as you might find yourself heading down a rabbit hole or uncovering something that you wish you didn't. Conversely, it's a good time for sales or public relations, as you will be most genuine about your interactions. So let's see what Tarot's got for you, Scorpio. And we have the Three of Cups, which again is around fun and connection. So what I'm feeling with this is going to be about watching you not crossing the line between professional and personal at work, because you might come across something that you wish you didn't. So just make sure you're keeping it fun and light. It's going to be difficult. Scorpio, you're quite um, a deep sign anyway. And with this Leo full moon, you're going to feel like you want to dig. So you just pull yourself back from that and keep it fun, keep it light, just like in this card. So Sagittarius, if you're Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun, or you have Leo in your 9th house, then you may be feeling energetic and ready for adventure, Sag, during this full moon. But at the same time, you'll have responsibilities that are pulling you back. And as a result, you may feel frustrated and moody. Now, a way to combat that is to diving into some study or to lose yourself in a rabbit hole of fictional adventure. So rather than, taking the time that you don't have because you've got duties, you've got responsibilities that are calling you back here, you might find that through your imagination or through study or through reading. Now, let's see what we've got here for you, Sag. We have the Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles is about finding or laying the seeds to start something new in your life. Now, this might be something that you come across during this full moon. I would say absolutely do some study, do some research during this full moon to combat that moodiness or that frustration that you may be feeling, because it just might lead to your next big adventure. Right, Capricorn. Now, if you're a Capricorn rising, a Capricorn sun sign, or you have Leo in your 8th house, then your emotions will be quite intense during this transit, and you may draw people to you to have deep conversations with. You may also find yourself coveting what others have. You will not be in a sharing mood, Capricorn, and that is particularly of the limelight. It's a bit unlike you, and it won't last long. It's just during this full moon. But some inner work on the why may be useful. I'm feeling that you might, it's a bit like, it's not fair. Everyone else gets attention but me. It's that sort of feeling that I'm getting for you, Capricorn. Let's see what Tarot's got to say. Oh, and it's the Hanged Man. So here he is. Oh, sorry. can't even see him. We've got the Hanged Man, and that really is a card of feeling a little bit frustrated, a little bit held back, but asking you to be patient. So I would definitely avoid dipping into or accusing others of stealing your limelight, because this will pass. It will definitely pass, and it's well worth some inner work during that time. So Aquarius rising, Aquarius sun sign, or if you've got Leo in the 7th house, then you may be feeling especially loving and protective of your most precious relationships during this time, Leo, during the full moon transit. But be careful of overstepping the mark, or things will not be good for you. You may also share crosswords with another female or with a feminine energy during this time, particularly around children. So beware of being emotionally drawn into situations that you would not normally be drawn into, because you will be being led by your emotions here. So, Aquarius, let's have a look what card we've got for you. Okay, so we've got the Four of Swords. So you are really being asked to go within during this full moon and not act. You may feel like you need to act, but it's very much a card of think before you speak. All right, it's going within. So I would try to spend this full moon with those you love, but don't be triggered. Okay. So Pisces, if you're a Pisces rising, a Pisces sun, or you have Leo in your 6th house, you may be feeling overloaded with responsibilities and duties over this full moon and with no time for play. This may have been going on for a little while. I feel you may have, as a result, you'll be feeling emotional and you may dip into some martyrdom. But take some time somewhere to sit in these emotions and figure how you can create time for fun, Pisces. So rather than looking for external blame or, it's not fair, why me, start to have a look at how you can actually resolve this so that all your time is not being filled up with responsibility. Alrighty, let's have a look here. Oh, you've got the sun, the beautiful sun, which is so Leo. So Pisces, I really feel this full moon will be an opportunity for you to create that time for yourself to it's almost like a second chance or a new routine that will come up for you. I would highly, highly recommend that you spend some time on creating a new routine that allows for you to do something just for you and for nobody else, just for your own pleasure. Okay, Aries. If you are an Aries rising, an Aries sun sign, or you have Leo in your 5th house, then the moon will be influencing your divine feminine Aries and your emotions will be on show. So surround yourself with those who will care and nurture for you and you feel comfortable being vulnerable with, because you will feel a little bit vulnerable over this full moon. You may also find that you're feeling protective of children or pets in your life over the full moon. So let's see what Tarot's got to say for you, Aries. And you have the 6 of Pentacles. So I feel this is around 6 of Pentacles to me is a karma card. Now, you will be feeling vulnerable and you will be feeling emotional, odds on, for this full moon. So with this card, the people that know you well, that care you well, people that you've protected and cared for will be the people that are there for you during this time. So you will have that support. I absolutely feel you'll have that support during this time. Taurus. If you are a Taurus rising or a Taurus sun sign, or your Leo is in your 4th house, then this Leo full moon is a time for you to withdraw and go inwards. Sorry about that. There's a door closing in the house. It's a time for you to withdraw and go inwards, Taurus. It's actually a really good time for you to review some of your past patterning and how it's influencing your reality now, the why you do things the way you do. How can you bring more fun and creativity into your home? How can you bring more passion into your life? This is for you to discover during this full moon. So let's see what Tarot's got to say for you. Oh, we've got the Three of Cups again. So again, you are definitely being urged to find time for fun, and bring more fun into the home, more creativity into your home, more passion into your home. And because we've got the Three of Cups, I think you will discover how you're going to do that this full moon. So Gemini, if you're a Gemini rising, a Gemini sun, or your Leo is in your third house, then your emotions will be leading your thoughts during this full moon. And it's best to make decisions using your intuition, as your intuition will be on fire, being a Leo full moon. It'll be working really fast, actually. Don't doubt it, because it will be coming into your mind very, very quickly. Mother Wisdom will also be around you during this full moon, whispering into your thoughts. How lovely is that, Gemini? And we have the Sun again. And I really shuffled that card, so that deck. So Gemini, with the Sun coming through there, I feel making those decisions with your intuition will be able to bring you some fun and some childlike sort of innocence. There's a child sitting in the Sun card, and it will bring that childlike fun, that childlike innocence into your life these next few days during this full moon. The key here is your intuition. Listen to it. And that mother wisdom, if it comes down, thoughts that are dropping into your head, they're going to bring you a lot of joy. So, Cancer. Now, Cancer, if you're a Cancer rising, a Cancer sun, or Leo is in your second house, then you may be tempted to spend some money on adventure during this full moon period. And this will be through emotional desires and not particularly rational. That's okay, but just make sure you will not leave yourself in a hole or leave yourself short if you spend this money now. This full moon will be best spent in familiar climes, dear Cancer, where you'll feel safe and secure. Okay, so let's see what Tarot has to say for you. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles. So it's definitely someone who needs to be in a secure space for this full moon. I honestly feel that for you, Cancer, this full moon is something that you want to stay home. Okay, you're going to get a little emotional if you fall outside of what's safe and familiar for you. Look, enjoy this beautiful Leo full moon. I hope you enjoyed that reading. It will hit different people different ways, and honestly, if you know where planets are in your natal chart, if you've got anything at 24 degrees, I'd be happy to give you some more advice on what that may look like for you. Enjoy the full moon. Thank you. Bye.